Well, I bought a GS.
Rocket, rocket, all of my rocket sauce. All of my fucking rocket sauce. All of my rocket sauce. Hey!
Yeah, I kind of backtracked a bit, didn't I? I may have said negative things about the 1200 GS in the past. The 1200 GS, not the Adventure, just the stock GS. The Adventure's too fucking big. Tried that, couldn't get on with it. Not a big fan of the Boxer engine, if I'm honest. Fuck. I went ahead and tried the water-cooled because Vines in Guildford were having a deal on. They had about 1,300 quid off a new GS, plus the free sat-nav thingy, this computer you can see in front of me here. And I went down and had a ride of it, and blew me away. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it just wasn't anything to do with the GS that I had tried out before, which was I think it was a 2012 or 2011 GS Black Edition. I think was the one I tried out. And he said to me at the time, you know, try out one of the new water-cooled models, and I sort of thought, well, it can't be much different surely, but it really is. So I've had this for just over 3 weeks now, and I'm clocked up to, where am I? Odo. 1,388 miles. So far it's actually going great. I mean, it is big. It's bigger than the KTM. I really like the look of the Adventure, but I mean, that was just too bloody big. Crazy fucking loony. So I sort of went ahead and got it. I mean, I didn't really think about it that much actually, which in hindsight probably wasn't a good idea, because by the time I'd added on some extras, it was still pretty bloody expensive. So I got some extras actually. I decided on a couple of them are a bit useless, or one of them is a bit useless, which is the keyless ride. So basically you have a fob in your pocket and you don't need to put the key in to start the bike or open the fuel tank or do the steering lock. I mean, it's fun and it's a gadget, but you know, it was a kind of a waste of a few hundred quid actually, because you've got the sat-nav that goes in and out of the bracket with a key. So if, like me, you live in town, you can't leave the sat-nav on the bike, then you need to use the key every time you get on and off the bike anyway to take the sat-nav off. So I hadn't really realised that when I bought it, but it is a bit pointless. I also went for the cross-spoke wheels because I prefer the off-road look of these to the road look. You know, you never know, might get some knobblies and do some trails like I intended to do on the Adventure, but mild ones because I can't stand up when I'm off-roading. Speaking of not standing up off-roading, so I fitted the Clictronic to this. I actually got a proper bracket from the company this time. A nice chap there called Keith. He modified this from the old 1200 GS bracket they used to produce. And it fits perfectly and it works really well. So I'm happy about that. The only thing that doesn't work with it is the upshift on the Gear Shift Assist Pro. This is down. So you hear it blips the throttle and then changes down gear. So I didn't even touch the clutch then or the throttle when I changed down. The change up is supposed to be without clutch as well, but the Clictronic shifter just doesn't quite have enough grunt to pull it through. So at the moment I'm still clutch shifting up, but I'm going to see if there's anything I can do about that. But it's great. The Gear Shift Assist is hilarious. If you're actually really giving it some, it just pops and backfires out the back when you're downshifting. It's really good fun. There's only, I think, 3 or 4 colours available, but for me it was a no-brainer because the Alpine White came with an all-black frame and engine and swing arm, which looks the nuts. So I went for that, and there's only a couple of coloured plastics on here which you could get wrapped or painted quite easily, so it doesn't have to stay white necessarily. Oh, well, yeah, of course, you might be thinking, oh, that sounds a bit fruity. It's got, I bought a Leo Vinci Superbike, or SBK, I presume it stands for Superbike, whatever it is. Is it SBK1? Whatever. Anyway, nice, tasty carbon fibre exhaust. It sounds great. So this is it. This is my last vlog living in London. I'm moving next week, so I'm yeah, weird. I mean, I've lived in London for what, 7 years, 8 years? Oh God, I can't remember. 2007, 8 years, Jesus. So lived and worked in London for 8 years. Never really intended to do that, to be honest, but it's where the work is. I've had such a great time. I'm really in two minds about it. I mean, London is such a fantastic place. You know, once you get over the whatever the busyness of it, or whatever people don't like about it, it's a fantastic place to live. It's just so freaking expensive. I just don't want to rent anymore. I've been renting for all that time, so 8 years renting. I mean, think of how much money I could have paid off a goddamn mortgage or something. I'm also commuting from northwest London, Hampstead, down to Weybridge in Surrey every day, there and back, which isn't really that bad actually on a motorbike, but it's a bit of a mission. That's expensive on a motorbike. You'd think a bike was cheaper than a car, but by the time you think of servicing costs, if I'm racking up, you know, 1,500 miles a month, it's you know, 3 times a year you need a proper service on the bike. Plus the insurance of a bike in London, without a garage, it's astronomical. And as I say, the house prices and everything's really expensive. So anyway, I've bought a house in Surrey, just near Guildford, and that's where I'm going. So I've literally got the rest of this week. What's today? Today is Tuesday. So actually I've got a week left, 5 more days of this commute, and then that's it. I haven't been uploading much recently. The drift camera is being a pile of shit at the moment. Fucking cunt was reading a newspaper. Okay, so in Hampstead, the situation is, where I am in Hampstead, and I'm happy to move elsewhere in London, but in Hampstead, a 1-bed flat's up near the 750 mark, 750 grand, a bit more for a nicer one. Studio's still about 600,000. Double bedroom flat, you're looking, you know, 1.5 million. Or thereabouts. So fucking possible to afford. Beat these people. Impossible to afford. Whereas, you know, 3-bed house near Guildford, you know, it's like 350 grand. So no brainer. And as I'm working in Weybridge, it's a piece of piss for me to get to. It's going to take me 20 minutes. I don't even need to be at work until 9:30 in the morning. I keep forgetting to say this, but if you want to keep up with everything, all the shit that's happening, get on Twitter. If you want to follow me, I'm crotchrocket666, and it's a laugh. There's a ton of banter on there, and most of the vloggers are on there too. And yeah, have a chat with them. It's funny. They're all nuts. Ace Cafe meets are still going to carry on. I'll still be coming up on Friday nights when I can. I mean, I go rarely at the moment anyway, although it has been winter. Oh, that's what I was talking about earlier. Shitty fucking Drift Ghost camera. I had a Drift Ghost that just completely died. Nothing came up on the screen. So it was replaced under warranty, and the one they replaced it with has always given me trouble with freezing, and you know, it just keeps fucking freezing. It drives me nuts, and you lose the video because it corrupts the file. I've got the correct memory cards. I've bought the memory cards from Action Cameras with the drift camera. I've got the latest software on the camera. I've reset the camera. I've downloaded the recommended software for formatting the SD card. I've done all that, and it still continues to just freeze. It drives me absolutely nuts. Oh Jesus Christ, I've forgotten the most important part of the whole move. I'm gonna have a fucking garage. Fuck the 3 bedrooms and the fact that you're in a house and not a flat. It was nothing to do with that, let's be honest. I just sold it to the wife like that. The fact is, I'm gonna have a goddamn man cave. Finally. And it's already divided up, so the front half nearest the house, so you enter it via the garden, that's gonna have tools and workbenches. And bear in mind, it's the size of a shoebox, so minor tools and minor workbenches. Oh, one of those red tool chests. Yeah, or maybe black, I don't know. And then obviously the 2 bikes for now, 2 bikes in the back. Just give them a blip and they'll move. This is nowhere near as loud as the KTM, and the KTM isn't anywhere near as loud as the M209 was, so fighting a losing battle with this whole noise. Loud pipe saves lives, because they're just getting quieter. This thing's got a really weird engine actually. It sounds a bit like an old aircraft engine, you know, like a radial engine, which I suppose makes sense given the position of the cylinders to the crankshaft. Anyway, it really is quite quiet and sedate until you start opening the throttle, and then it makes a hell of a sound. As I say, keep up on Twitter, and I'll see you all on the flip side.